Okay. Good morning, all. So today we'll start the problem again. I have sent you the 4 questions. I hope you have copied all those questions. Okay. Before that, I want to explain you what is the meaning of laminar flow and how the turbulent flow occurs, how the plate is, everything. Just all the problems we are done, but still, I feel that it has to be repeated once again. Check out here. Is it audible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay. See now, assume that, let us first case, we are assuming the plate is having infinite length. The plate is infinite in length. And then the plate is infinite length and air is blowing on one side. If it is two sides, just multiplying two. No, so leave that. So assume that the air is blowing. If the air is blowing on the surface with the velocity of something, it is going to create a boundary layer. It is going to create a boundary layer. So in that boundary layer, as we know, if we go in depth, we will be having three zones or three regions. One is the one is the laminar flow, other is turbulent flow. These two are very, very important. And other is a transition flow, which is in between. It is very, very small in length. The gap of this laminar and turbulent is very, very small. So we will consider that there is no transition flow. Of course, if you go in depth, there will be a transition flow. Clear? So we are going to divide, instead of three regions, let us divide into two regions. That is, one is laminar flow and other is turbulent flow. How to decide that which is laminar flow and which is turbulent flow? Just to decide the laminar and turbulent flow, the Reynolds number, that is called critical Reynolds number, should be equal to 5 into 10 to the power of 5. 5 into 10 to the power of 5. If the value of Reynolds number, if we get 5 into 10 to the power of 5 less than 5 into 10 to the power of 5, we will consider it as a laminar flow. If the Reynolds number is more than this value, we will consider that type of flow as turbulent flow. Is it clear? And this Reynolds number depends upon what? The Reynolds number depends upon length of the plate. Correct? Depends upon length, or we are going to call it as X, the value of X or the value of L. So if we ask you to find out at a distance of X is equal to 0.5, X is equal to 0.5, then what we will do? We will put one line, we will put one line here and we'll find out the Reynolds number. Definitely, if X is equal to 0.5, if the line will be here, means if the X is equal to 0.5, we are well below the region of Reynolds, region of laminar flow. So we will get a laminar flow. If the length of the plate itself is 2 meter, if the length of the plate is 1 meter, then what will happen? 1 meter means here it will come. Means instead of taking infinite length, if the length of the plate itself is 1 meter, there we will not come across laminar and turbulent flow, because we will not come across the laminar and turbulent flow, because once before converting into laminar to turbulent flow, the length of the plate is getting over there. So we will not get, in that case, we will not get the laminar and turbulent flow separately. If the length of the plate is infinity, I can easily understand and I can show where is laminar flow and where is turbulent flow. There are some problems where the plates are very small in length. Say, for example, if the plate is very small in length, for this, if I check out the boundary layer, how it will come? Boundary layer here together will be laminar. Here it will convert into transition. That means the plate length itself is well below the laminar flow. So even X is equal to 0 and X is equal to L, if I consider, I will get the Reynolds number below 0.5, 5 into 0.10 to the power of 5 only. So that the flow will be laminar. There are some cases where the plates are, instead of infinity, the plates will be having some value here. Assume that the plate is ending at after some length. Then in this case, we will come across the laminar flow, turbulent flow, as well laminar and turbulent flow. Is it clear? So there are three cases. What are the three cases? If the length of the plate is big enough, there will come across the laminar and turbulent flow. How to know that where is the laminar flow? Means if I ask what is the length of X where the laminar flow is converting into turbulent flow, what you will do? First we take Reynolds, critical Reynolds number as 5 into 10 to the power 5. That equate that to rho VL by mu. So that we will get the value of X. That means the value of X. That means at a distance of X is equal to 0 to some value, the laminar flow will be there. After that, we convert it to turbulent flow. If the length of the plate is big, I can calculate that. If the length of the plate itself is small, then I will not come across the laminar and turbulent flow there. Why? Because I will not come across the turbulent flow. Why? Once the wind is flowing, first initially it will take laminar flow. That laminar flow region itself is bigger than the plate length of the plate. So in that case, even though if I take x is equal to L, still we will be in the case of laminar flow in only. But here, at a distance of x is equal to 0, it will be laminar. At a distance of x is equal to something, it will be laminar. Up to what? At a distance of x is equal to this level. How to know that this level? This x value I can find out with the help of critical Reynolds number. So below that value of x, anywhere you take it will be laminar. After that, you take anywhere, it will be turbulent. In this case, if the value of x is equal to L, whether it will be turbulent flow or laminar flow, it will be turbulent flow. In this case, if x is equal to L, still it will be in the laminar flow. What is the reason? The length of the plate is small. That is the only reason. The very first problem what I solved, even though I taken x is equal to L, we got as a laminar flow only. We got, even though at x is equal to L, we got laminar flow. Clear? In next problem, what I did, I given a length x is equal to something, x is equal to L means the plate was having something length, bigger in length. There will come across laminar and turbulent flow. Both the flows will come across. But he has limited this question to ask about somewhere here. Means he has given the some value of x is equal to 0.3 something, and he has to calculate everything at this region, even though the length is having, and we will get a laminar and turbulent flow. But he himself has limited up to this value and break up the plate up to here and calculate the value he told. So we know that it is well below the turbulent region. So everything we got laminar flow only. Today what I'll do is few problems. What I'll do is first I will give a length of the plate. Okay. For that problem, definitely we'll come across laminar and turbulent flow. I will ask you to find out what is the length of x, where the laminar is converted into turbulent flow. We have to find out the value of x. How to find out that? To find out the value of x, in that case, we have to use this formula. Reynolds number, critical Reynolds number is 5 into 10 to the power 5. Equate that into rho Vx by mu. We will get the value of x. At the distance of x from here to here, the laminar flow will end up. After that, the turbulent flow will take. Then I'll ask you to calculate the properties at x is equal to something lesser than the laminar flow and x is equal to something more than the laminar flow. So that we'll come to know what will be the how to use a formula for laminar flow, how to use the formula for turbulent flow, and how to use the formula for critical Reynolds. Is it clear? I thought to explain this before starting this today's class. Any doubts? If anybody having doubts, please let me know. Okay. See, there is no rule that in all the problem we should get laminar or turbulent flow. No, that depends upon the length of the plate. If the length of the plate is small enough, where if I calculate even though x is equal to L, if Reynolds critical Reynolds number is less than 0.5, 500 into the power 5, then entire length we will come across only the laminar flow. There is no turbulent flow at all. Okay. Today we'll go for one problem. First problem. Which is the first problem given? Can anybody read the first line? Can anybody read the first line of the first problem given? Hello?
So this engine oil at 25 degrees Celsius is applied over.
Oh, that itself is the first problem, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem. We'll go with that. We'll do one thing. Before going for the engine oil, first we'll solve few more problems based on the value of based on the air. You tell some other problem which is starting with the air.
So that first problem, dry air, we've already solved it.
Dry, no. Still some more problems today. In the last problem, what we did, everything what was in the range, it was in the range of laminar only. Today I'll explain if it is in turbulent flow, how to solve. So I'll take up this problem. Air at 30 degree flows with a velocity of 10 meter per second.
Okay, sir.
I'll take this. Air at 30 degrees centigrade flow with a velocity of 10 meter per second along a plate. I will take that problem. Just have a look of this. The board is visible now. Air at 30 degrees centigrade, that is T infinity, is equal to 30 degrees centigrade, which is flowing with a velocity U infinity is equal to 10 meters per second U infinity is 10 meter per second along a plate. The length of the plate is 4 meter. Length of the plate is 4 meter. Next, having a temperature T wall is equal to 130 degrees centigrade. Assuming the critical Reynolds number as, so he himself has given REC as 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So what is the general formula for critical Reynolds? What is the general value for critical Reynolds number? This critical Reynolds number is nothing but where the flow laminar will convert into transition or laminar will convert into turbulent. That is called as critical Reynolds number. For this problem, he is telling you to take the critical Reynolds number as 2 into 10 to the power of 5. But generally, if he is not given, we will take from the data handbook, that is 5 into 10 to the power of 5. That is standard. But he has given the critical Reynolds number. You please take this value. So let us take this one. That is important word here. 2 into 10 to the power of 5 is a critical Reynolds number, where at this Reynolds number, the value of the flow will convert into laminar into turbulent, laminar to turbulent. So we are taking 2 into 10 to the power of 5. And the width of the plate, width is W, is 1 meter. Width of the plate is 1 meter. Find what he is asking you to find. Find the value of Q, heat flux. Find the value of small q is nothing but heat flux at x is equal to L. He is asking to find out the Q at x is equal to L. That means he can also tell it as trailing edge. Trailing edge is nothing but x is equal to L. Then he is asking you to find out capital Q only for the laminar portion at x is equal to laminar. Then he is asking you to find out Q total at turbulent region. Okay. See now we in this problem we will come across the laminar region as well as turbulent region. How the plate is, if say assume that this is a plate for you. This is a plate where this is the width and this is the length. What is the length of the plate given? Length of the plate is given as 4 meter and width of the plate is 1 meter. Instead of drawing this 3D figure, 1 meter into 4 meters. Instead of drawing that, what I do, I'll keep the plate as horizontal like this. Just I'll draw this surface, this one. So what is the width? Width is having 1 meter, but I'll not show that. Only we'll concentrate on the length. See now, if I draw the plate, of 4 meters, see, understand this problem. Can you see the plate? Just I draw the plate there. Now I draw the boundary layer. If I draw the plate, this is the boundary layer. Where till here it will be laminar. Say I'll not divide into 3 regions now. I'll divide into 2 regions. This before this line it is laminar. After this line it is turbulent. But for this we want critical Reynolds number. That is called REC. REC is equal. In generally that value is 5 into 10 to the power 5. But now he has given 2 into 10 to the power 5. So let me take 2 into 10 to the power of 5. This is the portion where below this is laminar, above this is turbulent. So what he is asking, okay, first, what is the general step first we should do? First is finding the film temperature. TF is equal to T wall plus T infinity divided by 2. T wall is known, T infinity is known, so that the fluid is air. Remember this. This is very, very important. As it is now, we are solving all the problem with respect to air. It is simple. If we go with engine oil, if we go with some other liquid, then I will show you where to find out the properties. So now, as it is air or dry air, T wall is how much? 130 plus 30 by 2. So that 160, that is 80 degrees centigrade. So second point is take the properties of air at 80 degrees centigrade. If I take the properties of air at 80 degrees centigrade, what are all the properties we are supposed to take? Just I'll write here. Rho is equal to 1.0. You check out from the data handbook. Don't believe the same answer what I am writing. Okay, you check out the data handbook. I explained you how to check. PR is equal to 0.692. Then K, thermal conductivity is equal to 0.03047. Then mu mu is equal to 21.08 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So these four properties are enough for me to solve the problem. So these four properties you take from the data handbook with respect to air at 80 degrees centigrade. We got now. All the four properties are got. Then we supposed to find out, generally what we'll do, next step is finding the value of Reynolds number. Here no need to find out the Reynolds number because he has not given the value of x and he is not asking at a distance of x what is Reynolds number. No, he is asking to find out the Q at length.
So mu is 2.15.
Q in the laminar region and Q in the turbulent region. That means what is the value of Q, the rate of heat transfer below this, after this, and total. We have to calculate Q in the laminar region, Q in the turbulent region, and total Q for the plate. So how to do the total Q? Total Q is just adding up the Q for laminar, Q for turbulent, we will get a total Q from the plate. So first we have to identify what is the value of, here x is equal to 0, x is equal to L, that is 4 meters he has given. So we have to calculate what is this x where the laminar is converting into turbulent. How to do that? That to find x where laminar flow is converting to, see in some question, some sentence you can also tell where the laminar flow is converting to turbulent flow or transition flow, both are same, converting to turbulent flow. We can also call it as it is converting to transition flow, that is also same meaning. Okay, so we have to find out the x, so that this is the equation, Re critical is equal to rho Vx, instead of V, that is u infinity for us, that is velocity, rho Vx divided by mu. So here you calculate the value of x. So this is the value of x where the laminar flow is converting to turbulent flow. Till now he was given the x, we have found out the Reynolds number and we identified if it is less than 0.5 into 10 to the power 5, we wrote it is a turbulent or laminar. Now we are finding the x value only with the help of critical Reynolds number. So calculate the value of x, and can anybody tell the value of x? And what is this value will take? Critical Reynolds number is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, not 5 into 10 to the power of 5. Why? Because he has given the critical Reynolds number, you are supposed to take 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So let us take this value only. If not given, then definitely you are supposed to take 5 into 10 to the power of 5. So please calculate the value of x. Anybody having doubt, please stop me at any point of time. I'll explain. So what is the value of x? Can anybody tell?
Sir, 0.421.
Yes, very good. 0.421 meters. That means the length of the plate is 4 meter. Under that 4 meter, just 0.41 meter is we are going to get the laminar flow. After that, everything is a turbulent flow. So, can anybody tell what is the length of turbulent region? Length of the turbulent region. What is the length of the turbulent region? The total length of the plate is 4 meter. In that, laminar region is this much. Length of the turbulent region, I'll write that also.
3.57.
Yes. Length of turbulent region. So that let me take that another way as x2. x2 indicates the length of the turbulent region. Just for your convenience, I'm writing x2 is the length of turbulent region. That means L minus x. 4 minus the value of x is equal to how much?
3.5.
What is the length of the turbulent region?
3.578.
578 meters. See, this is very, very important for us for the next case, next step. So remember this and write down this properly. Length of the turbulent region, we have taken that as x2. So in the figure, this is x is equal to 0.421. That means from here to here it is x. Now from here to here, I have written as x2. x2 is equal to 3. 0.578. Understood the figure now? X is from here to here, I call it as X, and the value of X is 0.421. After that, I will call it as X2, and that length is 3.578 meters. Okay, shall I rub this? Shall I rub this? Everybody has taken? Hoping that you have taken. I'll rub this.
So mu value is 2.19, sir.
Huh?
Mu value is 2.19, not that is new value. So kinematic viscosity is 21.08.
Yeah, we supposed to substitute? No, kinematic, you should substitute mu. Mu is equal to 21.08. Check out the data handbook. Check in the data handbook for air. Dynamic viscosity, mu. I'll also check once again. Hello? Nilesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's wrong there?
So I think 20 kinematic viscosity is 21.0.
Just I'll check out. Check out. Wait. Just a minute. I'll check. I'm checking.
So mu is absolute viscosity, and another one is kinetic viscosity, and mu is 21.08, and kinematic is 21.09.
Just I'll check. Wait. Okay, for a dry air,
Yeah, okay, sir. Fine,
at a
sir.
temperature of 80 degrees centigrade, mu, correct? No, 80 degrees centigrade, 21.08
Correct,
into
sir.
10 to the power of 6. Correct, is that?
Okay, sir.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Correct.
There is no much difference. There is very small difference. No, because density is 1. What is the ratio between mu and nu?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the
Yes, sir.
ratio of mu and nu? Just we have to include the density.
Density.
No? Density is
Yes, sir.
1. For both the cases, it is 1. It is same.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Done. After this, just interrupt this. I'll go for the cases now. Now, let us try to solve everything. Let us try to solve the value of Q, capital Q, for the laminar region. Let us consider this plate is not at all there. Turbulent region is not at all there. Only the plate is till the laminar region. He is asking you to find out the laminar Q from the laminar region. So how to go for that? What is the general formula for Q? That means Q at X is equal to 0.421. So he is asking this. So the formula is H average into A into T wall minus T infinity. This is the general formula, correct? Q, okay. Instead of writing at X is equal to something, just I'll write Q laminar region. Q laminar region is this. So for this, how to get H average? H average can be obtained by the formula 2 into H. Correct? We got H at X. 2 into H at X. So what is this X value? X is equal to 0.421 now. For us, 0.421 is the X value. So find out H average. To find H average, this is the formula. Again, H at X is unknown. Let us find H at X. H at X is equal to 0.421 can be found out with the help of Nusselt number. Nusselt number is equal to H X by K. Hx by K. So we have to find, we know X value, we have to find out H here. K is the property of fluid. Again, Nu is unknown. So let us go for Nu. Nu, what is the formula for Nu? For a laminar flow. For a laminar flow from the data handbook, we know Nu is 0. Yesterday we did for laminar flow 332 Reynolds number X, or critical. We'll call it as critical now. X is also critical for us. X itself is the distance. We got this from the critical, so that okay, X itself is right for your convenient. 0.5 into Prandtl number to the power of 0.333. So from here we'll get Nu. So what is Rex? Will substitute. Rex is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, not 5 into 10 to the power of 5. In the earlier cases, it is 5. Now it is 2 because he has given. This is very, very important. If you substitute 5 into 10 to the power of, it is wrong. It is 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So can you substitute all the values and tell the value of mu? First you tell the mu, then substitute mu here. We'll get h. That h will get substitute here. We'll get h average. Don't do q. I'll explain the q. First you get the h average in the reverse order. So what is nu? Anybody got? What is mu?
So 131.343.
131.84, huh? Okay, we got nu something. Substitute this nu back in this equation. So that what I'll get there? From this equation, I will get h at x is equal to 0.421. Something I'll get. You tell the value. Hello. K is the thermal conductivity of air. X is nothing but the point where the laminar flow is converting it turbulent. That is 0.421. Nusselt number we got. Calculate H.
So 9.506.
Okay. We got 9.506 watts per meter square Kelvin. Substitute back here. Okay. Substitute this value back to H average. Substitute this to this. What I'll get now? I'll get H average. How much? Just multiply 2, man. Tell me the value.
So 19.01.
Okay, 19.01. I'll take 19. Clear? So this is cleared about H. Then what about A? The value of A, see yesterday, same question you asked, Sagarvat. A, I will take not L into W, I'll take X into W. Why? We are doing everything only for the length of X, not for the entire length. So we'll take X into W is the area. So what is X value? We've got 0.421 into W. What is W? W is 1 meter. So the value of A is equal to 0.421 meter square. So we got this unknown, this unknown. So substitute the value of area to equation of Q, the value of H average to equation Q. So what you'll get? And we'll get the value of Q. What is Q now?
800.
800 watts. That means the rate of heat transfer, that the value of Q only for the laminar flow. If the plate is only up to this length, it will be having laminar flow. For that laminar region, the rate of heat transfer is 800 watts. Just 800 watts. Understood now? So we have completed the Q for laminar region. We have completed. This is similar step what we did in the previous problem also. So there he used to ask within the laminar region some value of X is to give. He used to ask all this and find out X. And he is going to find out Q at a distance of X. But now he is asking that X itself is at the end of the laminar. So we'll write as Q laminar. This is finished. Now I'll go for the turbulent. This is the first problem what I'm going to do based on turbulent. Observe carefully. Shall I rub this? Everybody taken?
Yes, so.
Okay, I'll rub that. Now you concentrate everything with respect to turbulent region. Everything with respect to turbulent region. Okay. So now I'll write the formula for Q. What is Q for turbulent? Again, the formula remains same. Q for turbulent is H average into area into T wall minus T infinity. This is standard formula for Q, either it will be laminar or turbulent. But only there will be change in H average and area. What is that? First, I'll write area. So, what is the area? Can you tell? Area is the length which is left out. That is x2. I denoted it as x2 into W. This is the area where turbulent region is taking place from the plate. So, what is? Can you see this? A is equal to x2 into W. Say, don't take the area which I had done earlier. That is only for the laminar region. Now we are in turbulent region. So, area will be equal to x2 into W. That means this length into width. That is how much? 3.578 into 1. It will be meter square. 3.578 into meter square is the area. We got area now. Clear? Then to go for H average. So how we will get H average? The formula for H average is, what is the formula? Okay, this formula we know. To get H average, we want H, and to get H, we want Nusselt number. So we'll find out Nusselt number first. Similarly, as the previous step only, first I'll go with the reverse order so that I'll find out the Nusselt number. Okay. So before Nusselt number, we want to find out Reynolds number at x2. That means what is this value? This is not the Reynolds. We are going to find out the Reynolds number for this region. That means rho u x2 by mu. So I'll show you why I'm doing that. Just to tell it is a turbulent. Definitely you get a turbulent. Okay. So what is rho? Rho is 1, u is 10, x2 is 3.578 divided by mu is 21.08 into 10 to the power of minus 6. You tell me what is the Reynolds number we got. What is the Reynolds number we got? What is the Reynolds number? I'll write the answer. 16978. 17.83. So that I can rewrite as 16 into 10 to the power of 5. Correct? 16 into 10 to the power of 5. Which is greater than 2 into 10 to the power of 5. Hence, flow is turbulent. We already determined this is a flow is turbulent. In the case 1 only we told after the Reynolds number, after the value of x, everything you do, you will get a turbulent flow. Just this is a proving. I am going to prove this. Hence, the value of Reynolds number we got so much, and which is much greater than 2 into 10 to the power of 5. The flow is turbulent. Okay, I hope this is clear. So after Reynolds number, you go for the Nusselt number. See, observe this carefully. Have you taken this till here? Please take this till here. I will rub the area also. I'll retain the Q formula. I'll rub area and Reynolds number. And this note. The value of Reynolds number x2, which is greater than 2 into 10 to the power of 5, that is critical Reynolds number. Hence, the flow is turbulent. Why I taken 2 into 10 to the power of 5? In generally, the value will be 5 into 10 to the power of 5. But in the question, he has given 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So, we'll take that value only. Okay. After the Reynolds number, you go for the Nusselt number. That is NU. All of you open the data and do. NU for turbulent flow. You check out. Till now, whatever we did, it is for laminar flow. Now we want to go for NU for turbulent flow. That is at x is at x2, means the length of x2 turbulent flow. We have to find out the Nusselt number. The formula for the Nusselt number for whenever it is a turbulent flow is, this is the formula, 0.0296 Re x2 to the power of 0.8 Prandtl number to the power of 0.333. So this is the formula we are supposed to use whenever we are solving the problem in the turbulent region. If it is laminar region, this will become 0.333 something we are done. No, that is the formula. But if it is turbulent, this is the formula. you please check out in the data handbook NU for turbulent flow. NU for the turbulent flow. That is the formula. Did you got? Did you got the formula? All of you got the formula? NU for the turbulent flow. If not, I will share the data handbook. You check out. In this data handbook, what I have shared, you check out the page number. Just you observe the page numbers there. Page number 112 is there. 113 is missing in the data handbook. What I have uploaded. Page number 113 is missing. It is there in page number 113. If in the uploaded, it is not there here. So that I uploaded today one more. That only page number 113 for the Google Classroom. You please download it, or else for time being I'll project it now. You observe here.
Yes, sir.
If you're having your own data handbook, no issue. You open that. If not, I will project the data handbook. You observe carefully. Of page number 113. That's all. Only that sheet I'll project.
Sir, in the data handbook that you have shared, is 113 the only page that's missing, or is there anything else also,
I don't know.
sir?
By time being, I understood that 113 is missing.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, because while solving yesterday problem, I found that where the formula.
Yes, sir.
Then I came
Yes,
to know
sir,
the
correct.
page number is missing there.
Yes, sir.
That
Okay,
too, I
sir.
requested from earlier your senior students to take the data handbook. They have sent me.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll present the data handbook. You check out here. Only that sheet I'll present. See now. Can you see the? Can you see? I have shared the data. I have see data handbook. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There you can see here the flat plate turbulent flow. Flat plate turbulent flow.
Yes,
It's
sir.
supposed to use all these equation, entire equation from here. But now NU at x is equal to 0.0926962, RE to the power of 0.8, PR to the power of 0.33. This is the value of Nusselt number. Let us take this as a Nusselt number. So the same thing I have taken there. You please calculate and tell the answer of Nusselt number. We'll go one by one slowly, no issue. You find out the Nusselt number of turbulent region. I got this as 252.3.247. This is the Nusselt number I got. Where is the formula? The formula we supposed to take only for the turbulent flow. Next. After taking Nusselt number, we know what is the Nusselt number formula again. Nusselt number is equal to H L by K. That is nothing but H into X2 by K. So we'll get H from this. What is the value? H is equal to, I got the value of H as 21.48 watts per meter square Kelvin. Clear? Shall I stop sharing? Any doubt idea? Procedure is same. There also you'll find out NU. Then with the help of NU, we'll find out H. With the help of H, we will find out H average. Everything will do same procedure, but the value of formula for NU is changed. There it is laminar, there it is turbulent. This is the only change. And substitute. Get the value of H. And there is one more change. I'll let you know what is that change. That change is, here we are supposed to put H average, not H. H average for turbulent flow. H for laminar flow, what is the formula for H average? It is 2 into H. But here it is 1 by 0.8 into H. Here the formula is 1 by 0.8 into H. That is the formula for H average. I'll tell you where you got. Now only I'll show you where you will get this. H average is equal to 1 by 0.8 into H. So this value I got as 26.85. This value I got 26.85. 26.85 is the value I got. So substitute this H average area here and get the value of Q turbulent region. Only get the value of Q for turbulent region. Can you do? Any doubts, you please tell me. Only this, see whatever the changes, I'll mark it in the red color. This is the changes compared to the laminar and turbulent flow, and this formula is changed. Anyhow, this is directly available for turbulent flow. It is available in the data handbook, but this is not there. I'll show you where it is. It is not there directly. Indirectly, it is there. I'll show you where it is. Substitute these two and tell me the value of Q in turbulent region. Fast. What is the Q value in turbulent region? Anyone?
So 9606.9.
960?
6.9.
Okay, 9606.9. That's also fine. See here, 9606.9 watts. So from here to here, so much of heat is transferring. Below this, only 800 watts is means. In the region of laminar, Q is only 800, but here Q is 9600 something. So both the unknowns are cleared now. Both we have addressed. Q for laminar flow and Q for turbulent flow we have addressed. Okay. Then he is asking heat flux. We will go for heat flux. Before going for the heat flux, I will show you where is the value of H average. Where is the relation between H average and H? Just you observe here. I'll show you. I'll again project the data handbook. Just a minute. I'm projecting. Okay. See here. Okay. This is the data handbook where for turbulent. Just a minute. One minute. I'll share that. Okay. Can you see the data handbook now? See here. We want H average. So this is, if I use this formula of Nusselt number, I will get just H. If I use this formula, I will get only H. If I use this formula for Nusselt number, this formula is nothing but Nusselt number average. Nusselt number average. So if I use this formula, I'll get H average. I'll get H average. I have used just a Nusselt number, so I got H. If I use Nusselt number, average Nusselt number, definitely I'll get H average. So instead of using once again the Nusselt number average and finding H average, so just you identify what is the difference between, or what is the relation between these two. RE to the power of 0.8 is same in both the sides. PR to the power of 0.33 is same in both the sides. Only there is a difference in this value. This value is, if I make a ratio, I'll come to know that it is 1 by 0.8. Clear? It is, if I make a ratio, I came to know that the ratio of these two is 1 by 0.8. That means the difference between the normal Nusselt number and the average Nusselt number is 1 by 0.8. Okay? 1 by 0.8 of that. See now. I'll explain now. What we want H average. So H average can be only obtained with the help of Nusselt number average. But first we did Nusselt number is equal to something we did. Nusselt number average, there is formula. What is the formula? There is some formula for Nusselt number average, Nusselt number. If you want, you can do Nusselt number average. From this, Nusselt number average is equal to H average x2 by k. If I do that, again I'll get a H average only. So instead of increasing the number of steps, what I did, just I have taken the ratio of that Nusselt number average into Nusselt number average and Nusselt number. It is 1 by 0.8. Just I included that in H average. H average is equal to 1 by 0.8 into H. This is also same and this is also same. Clear how we got H average for turbulent? H average for turbulent is this. Then I'll go with heat flux. The last unknown, heat flux. Formula for heat flux, generally we know Q by A. This is the formula for heat flux. Now there are two regions. So Q by laminar, Q laminar by A laminar plus Q turbulent by A turbulent. If I do that, I'll get a small q. What is Q laminar? We got 800. What was the area of Q laminar? Means in the laminar flow, what is the area? And in turbulent, we got something. Area, we got something. Can you tell about the values? I think this is 3.579. This is 0.421. Correct? Eh? Q for laminar, area for laminar. Q for turbulent, area for turbulent. Q for turbulent, somebody can tell. Just now we got
06.9.
6.9. So this is the formula how to find. General formula is Q by A. But here we are having two Q and two areas. So just I'm adding those two. Q by A, Q by A. We will get heat flux, total heat flux from the arrangement. What is total heat flux from the arrangement? That is 4586.1 watts per meter square. Anybody having doubts? At any point, if you're having a doubt, please ask me. Don't hesitate. You just remember the formula. H average is equal to 2 into H for laminar flow, and H average is equal to 1 by 0.8 for turbulent flow. Those two we got from the data handbook only, but it is there indirectly. We have to take out that. Anybody having doubts? If anybody having doubts, please ask me. Now, in the same question, if I ask, air is blowing on both the sides, then what you will do? Heat flux, finally heat flux will be 2. And here also, Q laminar one side is this, Q laminar both the sides will be 800 into 2, Q turbulent one side we had into 2, it will be 2 sides. And heat flux also will be double of this. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
No, heat flux, there is no change, I guess. There is no change in the heat flux because Q is also doubled, area is also doubled. Q is also doubled there, area is also doubled. The ratio will be same. Then the value of heat flux will remain same. Only the value of Q and A will be different for if the air is blowing on both the sides. Anybody having doubt? See, today what are all the changes as compared to previous problem is? Again, I'll repeat. In the previous problem, we have taken critical Reynolds number as 5 into 10 to the power of 5. But today he has given, we have taken the same thing. And we have first identified the zone of laminar flow and zone of turbulent flow by using the critical Reynolds number. So for turbulent flow, the Nusselt number value is different. And for laminar flow, Nusselt number value is different. First you find out Nusselt number. Then you find out H. Then H average. And H average for laminar is 2 into H. But for turbulent, it is 1 by 0.8 into H. And remaining procedure remains same. All the procedure remains same. Just there is a change in the formula of NU and H average. That's all for turbulent and laminar region. Is it clear? Okay. If anybody having doubt, please ask me, or else you can type your USA number once and you can leave the class. Thank you.